Hi, today we're going to read Countdown to Kindergarten by Alison McGhee, pictures by Bliss. Alison McGhee wrote the words, so Alison McGhee is the author of this book. Have you started kindergarten yet? Did you worry about anything before you started kindergarten? What did you worry about before you started kindergarten? Well, on the front cover of this book, you can see a picture of the main character. She knows how to do lots of things she'll learn in kindergarten, but there's one thing that's got her very worried. Can you look at the illustration on the front cover of this book and make a prediction what you think the main character is worried about? Let's read Countdown to Kindergarten by Alison McGhee, pictures by Bliss, and find out what's bothering this kindergartner. This is the title page of the book. The title page of this book tells us the title again, Countdown to Kindergarten. It also tells us the author's name, Alison McGhee, so that we'll know that Alison McGhee wrote the words of this book, and the illustrator's name, Bliss. By looking at this picture on the dedication page, can you predict what the main character's so worried about? What are these things that she's holding in her hands? Let's keep reading to find out. I am in big trouble. I'm going to kindergarten in 10 days. I've heard from a first grader that they have a lot of rules there. If you have already started kindergarten, are there rules in your school? What are some of the rules that your teacher told you on your first day of kindergarten? Rule number 3. You're not allowed to bring any stuffed animals. Hand over the stuffy. You know the rules. Is this a rule in your kindergarten? Rule number 2. You're not allowed to bring your cat. Dear kitty, I miss you. Is this a rule in your kindergarten? Rule number 1. You have to know how to tie your shoes by yourself. You're not allowed to ask for help. Ever. Is this a rule in your kindergarten? The chalkboard says true or false. Others can help you tie your shoes. Clue. Answer rhymes with waltz. Now, have you figured out what the main character is so worried about in kindergarten? Want to know what I can do? Count backwards from 10. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Wow, she's good at counting. Can you try to count with her? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Want to know what I can't do? What do you think the main character girl can't do? Tie my shoes. Do you know how to tie your shoes all by yourself without any help? "9 days before kindergarten." This isn't getting any easier. Later. "I know. I'll hide my shoes." She's going to put her shoes in this haystack. Mom finds everything. "Looky here, the missing shoes, and that needle I've been searching for." "8 days before kindergarten." Yuck! Yucky puddle. Even the rain puddle is out to get me. What happened to her shoestrings? Would you want to have your shoestrings in the yucky puddle? I know. I'll pull the laces out. Imagine what could happen if I let them in. "It's all our fault, Doctor. We made her wear those awful shoelaces." "We should have listened to her." What does the main character girl think could happen to her if she leaves her shoelaces in? Do you think she'll really break her leg from her shoelaces? I know. I'll throw them out. "Your mother found these shoelaces in the trash. Don't they belong in your shoes?" I guess. Did her plan work to throw away the shoelaces? So what is the girl so worried about that will happen and that she thinks will happen in kindergarten? She thinks no one will help her tie her shoes, and she'll get in trouble if she can't do it. Is that true at your kindergarten? "7 days before kindergarten." Dad says a lot of 5-year-olds don't know how to tie. I guess he hasn't heard kindergarten rule number 1. You can't ask us for help ever. Do you think the first grader that told her this rule was right, or do you think the first grader was making things up? Dad practices with me. Bunny ears, cross through. Look at his knot. Just the way he showed me. Did she learn how to do it correctly this time? Not yet. "6 days before kindergarten." She's reading a book. The title of the book she's reading is The Perfect Bow. She's trying very hard to learn. "What should I try now?" "Poor Putty, you look so hungry." Do you think the Putty Tat was really trying to eat her lace because he was hungry? "Putty, here's your lunch." This can says cat food. Where did she feed the cat? In her shoe. Would you want to put a shoe back on your foot that had cat food in it? Later that day. "Repeat after me. Bowls are for cat food. Shoes are for your feet." Was her dad very happy that she tried to feed the cat in her shoe? "5 days before kindergarten." Mom says a lot of 5-year-olds don't know how to tie. I guess she doesn't know about rule number 1 either. Once again, you can't ask us for help. Ever, never. If you're already in kindergarten, is there a rule from all the grown-ups at your school that you can't ask for help? I wonder if you can show up at kindergarten wearing your baby shoes. I'm sorry, baby shoe wearers have to take rest time in the sub-basement. Good luck. Do you think the teacher would really make her take a nap in the basement? Okay, back to my bedroom for more practice. Loop, pull, around, poke. Did it work? And pull. Meow! Is the girl trying to learn to tie her shoes? She's trying for sure. Is it working? Not yet. Do you think the main character should worry about not knowing how to tie her shoes before she starts kindergarten? Psst! 4 days before kindergarten. How will I ever do it? What bows? She's looking at the other boy's shoes, thinking about how good he must be at tying shoes. Do you think this boy tied his own shoes? Look at her shoes. Poor Mr. Ducky is so sad. He still doesn't know how to tie either. Maybe a ride in a canoe would cheer him up. What did the girl use for a canoe? Careful, Mr. Ducky. Don't you know you should never stand up in a canoe? What do you think is going to happen to Mr. Ducky when he's standing up in her shoe that's pretending to be a canoe? Repeat after me. Shoes are not canoes. Would you want to have to put this wet shoe back on your foot? Do you think her parents are going to let her get away with not wearing her tie shoes to school? 3 days before kindergarten. Loop, pull, around, poke, and pull. What happened to her shoelaces this time? Dad is so nice. He even bought me new laces. That should help. Snack time for Pudding. What is she doing with her brand new shoelaces? She's trying to feed them to the cat. Later that day. Oh, what did Dad find? I know. Repeat after me. Shoelaces are not food. What would your dad do if he found your shoelaces in a bowl full of syrup and ketchup and toothpaste? 2 days before kindergarten. My parents are taking me out for my favorite dinner, spaghetti, to celebrate the start of school. I don't see anything to celebrate. What does spaghetti kind of look like? How's your bowl of shoelaces? I mean spaghetti. Dad says, "Don't worry, sweetie. It just takes time." But kindergarten starts in 2 days. What if I have to wear a sign that says, Velcro girl? If you're in kindergarten already, are there kids there who wear Velcro shoes? Of course there are. Would a teacher ever make them wear a sign because they wore Velcro shoes? Of course not. One day before kindergarten. What if they don't let me have playground time and no one gets to see me jump rope counting backwards from 10? What if they don't let me have snack time, or I miss the last bell and get locked in school all night without you, Putty, and I miss my dinner and my dessert and my bedtime story and my goodnight kiss? I'm doomed. Meow. You'll be all right. Do you think the girl should be worried? First day of kindergarten. I hope you didn't have to look like this getting out of the car to go to kindergarten. Look at all those feet, all those bows. Do you think all these kids tied their own shoes? Later that morning. Really? Your dad tied your shoes for you? Me too. You guys can't tie your shoes either? You only know 3 kindergartners who can tie their shoes? 3, 2, 1, that's all? I thought I was the only one. So can everyone in kindergarten tie their own shoes on the first day? No. The teacher says, Monday, shoe tying. Teacher can help. Tuesday, stuffed animal day. Wednesday, counting backwards from 10. I guess I'm not in such big trouble after all. This girl, the main character of Countdown to Kindergarten, found out that there was nothing to worry about in kindergarten, that she was going to have a great time. I hope if you haven't started kindergarten yet, you find out the same thing. And if you have, I hope you're realizing that your teacher can help you with everything. I hope you enjoyed Countdown to Kindergarten by Alison McGhee.